It's interesting how priorities and perceptions change over time. Yeah. You know, Years ago, back when I was a kid, we had a fairly well-known singer come to my church in Glendora one Saturday afternoon. And this must have been around 1985, 86, somewhere in there. Any of you remember Del Delker? Yeah? Okay. She sang for Voice of Prophecy. She recorded over 40 albums for Chapel Records. And she gave a concert that afternoon outdoors on the church grounds. Now, I don't remember being very impressed. I'm sure her style of music wasn't exactly what I liked when I was 11, 12 years old. But I do remember one thing from that day. She had a friend with her, a longtime collaborator named Hugh Martin. Now, that name might not ring a bell, but he's actually quite famous because he wrote loads of songs for Broadway musicals. He was nominated for lots of Tony Awards, a couple of Oscar Awards. He was a close friend of Judy Garland, and he co-wrote the classic Christmas song, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, in 1943. That Hugh Martin came to my little church one afternoon in the mid-1980s. Now, as I recall, he was an old, unassuming man. He wasn't in very good health. He had to leave early because he wasn't feeling very well. And if you had met this guy on the street, you never would have known he was anything special, anything famous. And now that I'm older and I have a greater appreciation for music and artists, and I collect autographs of famous and important people, I really wish I would have realized 35 years ago just how special that moment was. And I wish I had his autograph to add to my collection. In the same way, 2,000 years ago, there was another influential person who came to town. He was a man who was unassuming. No one really would have noticed him. Hundreds of years before, the prophet Isaiah even wrote that this man would have, and I quote, no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. And yet this quiet, unassuming man was the very Son of God. And he did amazing things. And like Hugh Martin's song is still sung every single year, brings people joy almost 80 years after it was written, the influence of Jesus is still with us years, decades, centuries later. His peace, his instruction, his love, his salvation, his influence surrounds us all year long. And we're reminded of it, especially at this time of year. So like Hugh Martin's song says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. So let this quiet, unassuming man from Bethlehem touch your heart today. Let him make your heart light. You may have troubles today. I mean, we all do, right? Let's be honest. But let him put them out of sight, even if it's for just a moment. Set your eyes on him. Let him take you to happy golden days of yore. Because Jesus is a faithful friend who is dear to you. Let him gather near to you once more. Merry Christmas, everybody.